Hey buddy, I'm Professor MJ, a university statistics professor helping you grow your sports betting bankroll. The pandemic has forced the NFL to shorten training camps and also cancel all preseason games. That will have a huge effect on how week number 1 plays out. Take advantage of it. In this video, I will suggest a very simple and yet potentially very lucrative betting strategy for the opening weekend in the NFL. Moving the ball effectively on offense and scoring points requires good timing. The QB and his receivers must be in sync, otherwise the play is a complete failure. And when running the ball, the blockers must know how to react to what defenders are throwing at them. It really helps when the offensive linemen have had plenty of time to play together and know instinctively how their teammates are going to react in each situation. On defense, timing is not nearly as important. For example, if you are a cornerback and you are playing man-to-man, well, all you need to do is shadow the receiver in front of you. Period. If you are a linebacker and you are asked to blitz, then you hit the hole and you rush the passer. Coordinating with your teammates is not nearly as important on defense, in my humble opinion. Now, I'm not saying that timing is completely useless on defense, only that it is less important than it is for the offense. So, for these reasons, I expect offenses to struggle a lot more than usual in week number 1 of the 2020 NFL season due to shortened preparation in these unusual circumstances. In other words, I anticipate low-scoring games. As a consequence, my simple betting tip for week number 1 in the NFL is to bet the under on all 16 games. It doesn't get any easier than this. Now you may argue, well, perhaps odds makers have already taken this information into account and the lines on totals are lower in 2020 than in past years. Well, that's an interesting point, which is worth digging a little deeper. So let's dive into the actual numbers. The average total from this year's 16 games in week number 1 turns out to be 46.4. Now here are the same numbers, but this time calculated in each of the previous 5 seasons in week number 1. And as you can see on your screen, this year's total in week number 1 are the highest that we've seen in recent years. So this is a golden opportunity for all of us. You won't see such short training camps and high totals very often in your life. I used the exact same betting strategy when the NHL resumed in early August. The reasoning in hockey was the same. You do need good timing in order to make good passes and accurate shots that beat goalies. I was expecting low-scoring games when the playoffs began after a long period of time without any real action. If you look at all 12 games where both teams were playing their very first match since the pandemic took place, the under hit 9 times, while the over won just 3 times. So in other words, betting the under on those first games would have yielded an astounding 9-3 record. I'm not claiming we'll get the same 75% win rate by betting the under on all 16 games in week number 1 of the NFL. However, I'm very confident to rack up some winnings. And to me, that appears to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Alright, so I'll be back with more week number 1 betting angles and free picks later on. Until then, subscribe to my YouTube channel to get all of my sports betting strategies and free picks. This is Professor MJ saying so long.